Hi, this is Drew Tignanelli. This is our beginning of September update. I'm here with Tom Bonvisuto. And Thomas, you have been given the title of Chief Investment Officer of our company.
Well, thank you very much, Drew. I appreciate the confidence.
And you're doing a great job. We really appreciate all that you've brought to the firm. And what we do is we have an investment team. You're in charge of that investment team. But you and I make the final ultimate call. We have to have a unanimous decision as to any time we make an investment decision. But again, it's part of that process of building our firm into one that is not reliant on one specific person. It's built on a team, and we've built a great team so far. I think we're only beginning. So
yeah, it's great. And we have the investment committee that meets regularly. We're all sharing ideas because everybody has different experiences and different things they bring to the table.
Yeah, so let's talk about, a lot of news yesterday. Matter of fact, the day before we're recording this the end of August, there's big headlines, 2,000 S&P 500, know?
Yeah.
So the market's up, 8-9% this year so far.
Yeah,
it's been a very volatile year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very volatile. And your point is, the headlines is we hit this milestone, 2,000 on the S&P. Mm-hmm. So everybody got excited. The market's up nicely. I mean, I'm not going to shy away from a 9.5% if you add the dividends in. It's been a good move in the market, but pretty volatile. We had a down January, and here we are entering one of the traditional weakest periods of the year in September and October as we enter past the Labor Day weekend. So we're likely to see maybe a little bit of a pullback, but it also could be a chance to continue to have this market take off as the Fed has continued to be accommodative, as they've told us they're pulling away the punch bowl, and everybody's still staying at the party so far.
Yeah, and you have a lot of volatile things going on right now. You've got the Ukrainian situation. Mm-hmm. Personally, those types of situations don't normally blow up into full. We talked about that last time, but it's something that you have to keep watch of because the Eurozone is still a danger.
Sure.
There is no doubt about it.
Yeah, we've seen yields on the Eurozone dropping far below our yields. We were talking this morning that even Spain is below our 10-year. So it was one of the pigs. It was the S in pigs. And when there was all the crisis in Europe and Germany below 1%, and so that doesn't make sense from a flight to quality standpoint, but it really is talking a little bit more about a recessionary period. Are they
more than a recession?
Yeah,
technically, many of those countries have over 20% unemployment.
Right.
In the young people of Italy and Spain, it's close to 40%. When I'm talking about young people in their 20s and early 30s, it's close to 40% unemployment, and in the whole country, it's close to 20%. I think Spain's actually 25%.
Yeah.
And somebody was mentioning the other day that the non-performing loans of European banks can be as high as 20%.
Yeah. Yeah, the culture is just so different from what we're used to here in the States that most of us can't get our heads wrapped around. Their approach to work and the government involvement over in these countries.
We're getting close.
Yeah, we're closer. Yeah, exactly.
Closer every day, and I think France is the wild card still. I think that France has made a lot of very poor economic decisions. And I think that their country is going to be in incredibly slow growth for quite a while.
Yep.
And, we'll see how that ultimately plays out. But the point of the matter is the S&P 500 hit this milestone. But technically, since 1999 or 2000, let's say 2000, the S&P 500 is up about 4.7% per year for 14 years.
Yeah, the annualized rates of return have not been great over that stretch, and we've seen that. We were talking this morning about what the Dow did back in 1966 to 1982, and these milestones, and how we get these drops. And so people that rode it from 2000 to 2010, we call that the lost decade in the market, have seen it. If they've rode out into 14, they've hit new highs on the S&P and on the Dow. But the NASDAQ, still, it's not there. It's not back to where we were.
If you were a tech heavy, you still are just barely getting back to even. You've actually made a negative rate of return since the year 2000.
And some of those stocks aren't even close.
Well, some of those stocks don't even exist today.
Well, that's true too.
So anyway, our point is that it's great. The markets are going up. Our portfolios have done pretty well this year.
Right.
Our individual stocks have done very well this year.
Right.
But we're not going to get overtly excited in a market like this. It's just not worth it.
Right. Right.
So anyway, that's our market update. We're going to go on to a financial planning topic in just 1 second. So, Tom, I wanted to go into a financial planning topic now. So, first off, let's point out to our clients that when you're a personal financial management client of ours, you have the opportunity to ask us any question on anything with personal finances.
Right.
And I don't think enough of our clients really take advantage of that. They can email, they can call, ask any question, and whether it's insurances, estate planning, income taxes, investments, retirement planning, anything. And you shouldn't just go to a lawyer or an accountant to have things done without at least running it past us for a second opinion. It's just part of what you're paying for. Matter of fact, if you're doing your own tax return or you're going to somebody else, we review those returns for free.
Right.
Why wouldn't you just get a second opinion? It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't do us. We have nothing to sell anybody, so we're encouraging people to do that. And one of the reasons I bring this up is because many of our clients are headed into that time where they have to make a decision on Social Security. And I think we said it in our last quarterly report that we now have a Social Security maximization program that we can actually plug the numbers in and help the client look at the actual numbers. If they live to this life expectancy and the second spouse lives to this life expectancy, how do you maximize what you're going to get out of Social Security? Now, you're only going to know how to maximize it if you tell me when everyone's going to die.
Exactly. If you know the actual results.
If you know the actual results, that's how you're going to maximize it.
Yeah,
But at the same time, it's an invaluable program because there's lots of little nuances of Social Security that you can use to your benefit if you know how it works.
Right.
And another thing about Social Security that I don't think a lot of people know, and I'm writing an article on it, I call it What Social Security Will Tell You and Will Not Tell You.
Right.
And like, for example, let's say I claimed my own Social Security at age 66, but my spouse kept working and was a higher income earner than I was, and they keep working into their 80s. There's a chance that when I'm 80 years old myself, I could go back to Social Security and say, hey, I want you to recompute if my benefit is still better than my spousal benefits. And Social Security will not do that unless you ask. Matter of fact, we had a client not too long ago whose husband had passed away. She never filed for survivor's benefits. And when we finally realized that she had never done that, it was a good 7 years later, she went back in and found out that she could get a widow's benefit boost because, her Social Security and his Social Security were similar, but his was slightly higher. And when we went back in, she got like a $500 a month boost, and she got a retroactive check, but only for 6 months. So if you don't do it, you're not going to get all of the retroactive. You're only going to get 6 months. So we'd like to catch these things as soon as possible with our clients. So if you want us to run these Social Security maximizations, or if you want to talk about your Social Security, even if Social Security comes back and says there is no benefit, extra benefit, it's worth it to at least know that you can go back and ask for a recalculation.
Yeah, definitely. And we have the technology. That's what we're here for. And like you said, don't wait until you come in for the visit. When it comes to your mind, give us a call.
Right.
There's things throughout the whole year, whether it be the company, we're entering the season where company benefits will start to change again, right? Everybody's still trying to figure out what to do with the Affordable Care Act. People are going to get benefits package. Call us and let us review it with you. Let's look at the different options and make sure you're contributing to the 401k. And then, like you said, with Social Security, there are a lot of opportunities, and we've come across those that are creative in different things. And you mentioned there's things Social Security doesn't do. like those, but some things it does do. It does update some of your numbers.
It does.
If your income continues to increase and your benefit,
they will do that.
They will make a few adjustments.
Yep, absolutely. So anyway, we write a lot of articles, and there's a lot of good topics there that people could benefit from. These articles go out to newspapers and magazines and so forth. You can get all of that along with our radio show at our new Twitter site, at the FinCon. So if you're following us on Twitter at the FinCon, you can be notified when we do articles, when we do radio shows, who did we interview, and get all that information.
Right.
So
Yep.
anyway,
Definitely.
we have some new exciting news. We moved here in Hunt Valley. Now
did.
what's happening?
Oh, yeah, well, we've done the same thing. Today we're getting our certificate of occupancy in Gettysburg at 1302 Proline Place out in Gettysburg. So we know that Ryan and Roger and the rest of the team that's joining out there as we go out there and visit, as our associate financial planners go. They're in great new space, great parking situation, improved from what we had before.
Yep.
New conference rooms and the like, so come visit us in Gettysburg and see our new space.
There's also some more exciting news coming up, but we can't talk about that yet in Gettysburg, but we're getting real close. Anyway, we look forward to meeting you all at our new Gettysburg office also. So this is another segment of the Financial Pulse. This is Drew Tignanelli saying God bless.